Hey y'all, it's Jen, and today I am doing the Girl Scout cookie book tag. I found this video when I was searching for another one to make sure that nobody else had done my original tag, the Girl Scout Law tag, and I was excited to do this. Girl Scouts is obviously an important part of my life, and it is currently Girl Scout cookie season, and I am a troop leader. This is my last year as a troop leader, and it's also my last year as my service unit's product sales manager. All of these positions are volunteer. I am in no way getting paid for any of this. I am in no way getting paid to promote these cookies. I just believe strongly in Girl Scouts, and the Girl Scout cookie season is the main way that girls and their troops earn funds for activities that they do, whether it's badge work or events that they go to or trips they take. This is their source of income to be able to provide programming for the girls. It is also the way that service units put on events. Our service unit particularly, we do an event a month for 9 of the 12 months of the year minimum. Sometimes we have 2 events in a month, and we have girls from all ages, from kindergarten all the way through their senior year of high school, and we try to make sure we have programming for all of those girls to keep them interested and involved and active in our community. It is also the way that the council earns funds to help meet their budget. I'm not as familiar with the council end of things, but they do use that for advertisements, camps, events that they host and put on, and then of course there's always kind of overhead and administrative costs, and this all goes into the money that helps provide the budget for all of the resources that Girl Scout Council provides. Each council is responsible for their own Girl Scout cookie sales. GSUSA does not get involved, and they do not get any funds from this, as far as making them set their own prices and how they use that money. Now, there are 2 bakeries, and so the way that GSUSA gets involved in the Girl Scout cookie sale is that they dictate what cookies can be made by the bakeries. There are 5 varieties that they have to make. They are the standard set that both of the 2 bakeries, ABC and Little Brownie, make a variety of. Then the other 3 to make up the 8 are kind of those bakeries' choices. They are kind of voted on by councils, so it's not, and it's dictated by sales and by volunteer responses. The ABC Bakery and Little Brownie Bakery this year were asked to make a s'more variety, and that is because this is the 100-year anniversary of the first Girl Scout cookie sale, and that was originally done by a troop out of Oklahoma in 1917. And s'more is a kind of an iconic camping treat for the Girl Scouts, and usually most anybody that camps, you know what a s'more is. It's a delectable treat that you eat over a campfire. I will leave links that you can get more information on Girl Scouts, and I will also leave links to both of the ABC and the Little Brownie Bakery, so you can see what varieties are baked by which bakery. The original video tag was created by Celeste Montoya, and she is out of Texas, and they use the ABC Bakery. I am going to use her tags and with the cookies that she has at ABC, but the ones that are different, the top 5 that we use, I will show you our varieties and tell you what the Little Brownie Bakery's names are as well. Those are the ones that my council uses here in Arkansas. And then I have added a 9th question because we have one that will not correlate. It's completely different. Let's get started. Number 1 is the S'more. What is a new book you want to read? For me, that would be Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the second book in the Illuminae trilogy, and I haven't read it yet, so I'm really excited to get to this one. Number 2 is the Shortbread or the trefoil cookie. What is a simple classic that you love? For me, that would be Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I don't really like classics, but I do like children's classics, so this would be one that I love. Number 3 is the Thin Mint. What is a popular book that you devoured? That would be Cinder by Melissa Meyer. I read that on my Kindle, and I probably read it in 2 days, which is very unusual for me as far as reading on a Kindle book. So I absolutely devoured that and the rest of the series. I loved them. Number 4 is the Caramel Delights or the Samoa. What is your guilty pleasure book? For me, my guilty pleasure book is paranormal romance, usually the adult version of it. I like vampires and I like werewolves, any shapeshifter, and fairies. So those would be my guilty pleasure books. Number 5 is the Peanut Butter Patties or the Tagalongs. What is a book that was recommended to you? For that would be The History Is All You Left Me by Adam Severa. This one is highly recommended in all of my booktube groups, on Twitter, on Facebook. This one was definitely recommended to me and comes highly recommended. So I can't wait to read that one. Number 6 is the Peanut Butter Sandwich Cookies or the Do-si-dos. What is a book that you thought was just okay? That would be any book by John Green. I recently read both Will Grayson and Paper Towns, and it was just okay. Not my favorite. Don't really care for his writing style. People either love it or they hate it. And for me, yeah, it was just kind of meh. Number 7 is the Thanks a Lot. This is a cookie that is exclusive to ABC Bakery, and Little Brownie no longer has an equivalent for it. We used to have the All Abouts, but those were discontinued about 5 years ago. What is a book you are thankful that you read? This would be The Underground Railroad by Colston Whitehead. This is a book that is about the slave trade and the Underground Railroad and trying to free those slaves in the South and what it took and their journey and their struggles to get free. Even after the Emancipation Proclamation came out, where the slaves were free in the North, but they were still not free in the South yet. Kind of during that time, during or right after the Civil War took place. It was very eye-opening, very enlightening, and it was a very interesting take on the Underground Railroad. Number 8 is the Lemonades, and Little Brownie's lemon variety is the Savannah Smiles. They are actually not identical in the cookies, so they're not a renamed, but they're our lemon cookie versus their lemon cookie. What is a book that is a new favorite? And for me, this is going to be Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. That duology is the standard to which I now rate every other book against. I loved it. It's a great, diverse story. The world building is great, the plot is great, the flow is great. I just can't say enough good things about that duology, and Leigh Bardugo's books in general. They're amazing. Check them out, read them. So that is the 8 original tag questions. Number 9 is the variety is the Toffee Tastic, which I do not have a box to show you of those. That is an exclusive to Little Brownie Bakery this year. The question that goes along with that is, what is a book that gets mixed reviews? You either loved it and everybody else hated it, or you hated it and everybody else loved it. For me, that would be The Night Circus. And I didn't like it. It was just okay. I mean, that is a book that everybody around me seems to love. And I can see why people would love it, but it just didn't satisfy me at all. The writing's great. It's very, very magical, very flowy, very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But, and the characters were kind of okay. I didn't really like any of the characters. I didn't feel involved with any of the characters. I didn't like the flow of the story. It jumped around from different characters and different time periods, and they were all kind of intermixed, and it just wasn't something that worked well for me, and I did not enjoy the book where everybody else did. So that is it for the Girl Scout cookie book tag. I will leave the link down below to the original tag, and I will also leave the links for the Girl Scouts, so if you're interested in becoming involved, you can check into your local area, find out who your local council is, and get more information on that. I do highly encourage everybody to volunteer for the Girl Scouts. It is a great organization, and you get to empower your young ladies, especially in a world where that doesn't always happen. Young girls aren't always taught that they can do everything that a boy can do, and in Girl Scouts we try to encourage that, whatever they set out to strive for their dreams. And the Girl Scout cookie season also, in addition to being a fundraiser for us, it does teach important life skills. There are 5 of them, and I always forget exactly what they are, but marketing, communication, budgeting, and I forget the other 2 that I should know off the top of my head. But check into that. There is definitely some great skills that can be learned through Girl Scouts that your girls can take with them through the rest of their lives. As an example, my oldest daughter found her career path when she was just 12 years old in 6th or 7th grade because of something we did as a troop. We volunteered for one of our local places that work with horses and disabilities, children with disabilities and adults with disabilities, and because of that work, she is now fixing to graduate college with her bachelor's degree in speech pathology so that she can go into a doctorate program for occupational therapy, which is her dream and has been since she volunteered for our local business here. So there are great opportunities for both girls and adults through Girl Scouts and through the cookie sales. It is always more than just about the cookie and just about selling a product. So with that said, be sure to like this video. Leave me a comment down below if you are a Girl Scout or involved in Girl Scouts. And if you do this tag, please link it below so I can view your tag as well. And as always, if you want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe. Until next time, bye.